settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe I belong somewhere above the water. My lungs are tired from running for a long time. My feet got blisters, but maybe I belong if I love a little harder. If I love all the ways the world puts me to the test, if I embrace every fall, learn to grow and keep myself tall, would it hurt at all? I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe I belong.
So happy Friday. I'm just sitting down to have my breakfast and the littlest one is over there on the couch with Jakey. A little bit of a different day or morning, I guess, today because, well, number one, it's our last day of school before we go on our March break. So I'm always a little more relaxed on that day. But also my 11th grader, she is currently writing an exam. So she's upstairs on the computer and she's in the middle of an exam. I think it was 9:15 she started. Because of that, we are changing, like we would normally be doing morning time and stuff like that, but because she's going to be doing that for a couple of hours, then we'll just switch things around. So I have the kids, they're just minus her, they are in the schoolroom and they're just working on their independent work right now, which they would normally start doing after morning time. And then probably today, probably during lunch, that's typically what I'll do, is during lunch I'll sit at the table with the kids and we'll go through, probably keep it light today. We'll probably do, we have an Advent devotional we've been doing, memory verse, and then our read aloud, because we are actually, I think we'll be able to finish it today before we are off for the week next week. Yeah, so that's kind of what's happening. I didn't go on a walk this morning because it is raining today. It's a mess outside and it's raining. So I stayed in the bed a little bit longer because she came in this morning to snuggle me in the bed and then fell asleep kind of like half on top of me. So it was a nice day to just kind of hang out anyway because it's really dark. It doesn't look like it, but it's like dark in the house and cozy and all the things. So anyway, I'm gonna have my breakfast, which is my regular, some steel cutouts with some fixings inside and a coffee. Unfortunately, I ran out of turkey bacon, which I like to have on the side pretty much with anything, but I used it up yesterday. So I'm gonna have to actually make a list of a couple of things I need to go grab. I don't know if I'm gonna go today, but at some point this weekend. And yeah, I just thought I would pick up the camera and kind of do sort of like a day in the life type of thing. I'm gonna wait to throw in some laundry as well because the laundry room is like somewhat near Finley's room and I don't want that like going while she's doing her exam. So I'll do that a little bit later. Eli's at work. Oh, we did get exciting news yesterday. So I filmed yesterday, but like just kind of more for our own personal thing, but I did put it on Instagram. So don't follow me on Instagram, or if you do, you can head over there. It's just Modern Mom for Life. But yesterday, Eli got his official letter of acceptance into college, into the program that he wanted, the school that he wanted. So very exciting. He'll be going into computer programming. It's been a long journey to get here. You know, a lot of ups and downs and just a lot of hard work and a lot of tears and a lot of praying and all the things. It's finally paid off, and we're just super excited for him. So we had like a little mini celebration here at home. We had a pizza party, just celebrated, yeah, the good news. God willing, he'll be starting this upcoming fall. I'm just thankful that he's staying at home. He's not like going away to college. He'll be in the area and he'll still be here with us. So I'm just gonna eat my breakfast and then we will get on with our day. Yeah, lazy bones. Everly, are you ever gonna get up and do some schoolwork? Evie? Your tummy hurts? All right.
Against mostly is a prepositional phrase. Comma.
Yeah.
Main clause for most of your comma.
Yeah, that's right.
Most, get rid of comma. Of the wolf.
Most.
Prepositional phrase.
Most is something.
Oh, it is?
It's a subject.
Oh, it is?
Did you say of the wolves was a prepositional phrase? You did say that. Okay, around Shere Khan's also, because there's 3, right? 3 prepositional phrases.
Oh.
So around Shere Khan is the 3rd one.
Oh, okay. So which clause from whose to seriously?
Yep.
That'd be fun to make like kind of a story.
How to help people?
Things like,
All right. Are you almost done that?
yep, I showed you.
Okay. So have you done your journal yet? Okay, so make sure when you're done that, you move on to your journal, okay?
Number S-E-C-O-N-D, adjective. Soldiers, noun, subject.
So listen.
Subject.
Right. The second soldier, which we already said is a subject,
Yeah.
but we're still talking about the soldier. So who subject?
Had.
Had suffered.
Verb.
It's 2 separate things, but they go together. Yeah, they're both verbs. Finley just finished her exam. It's currently 11:30. The kids are also on their morning break. I'm gonna run up and throw laundry in. Just checking where Jakey is. Okay, still asleep on the couch. But I just wanted to fix this. We have these 3 like hanging shelves here, and there's not really a rhyme or reason for these. I mean, we have Munch books. I put a lot of the books that we have, a lot of sets of, I guess. We have a lot of Berenstain Bears, Cat in Hat, Robert Munch, I already said that. Magic School Bus, things like that. If you hear that pounding, by the way, Grayson's practicing his drums. And his room is like right over here. So certain books that are applicable to the season or a holiday or something, I like to kind of showcase those and put those a little bit more to the front. It's not yet, but we have this one for Mother's Day. We love our mom. Then I'm just gonna quickly go through if there's any spring or Eastery ones. I'm just gonna kind of like tidy these up a little bit and rearrange them, and then just gonna turn off the audio so you don't have to keep hearing the pounding. That's the best I could do. That I pull some to the front, and I don't have a ton. I was just kind of looking for nicer weather Eastery or spring type ones that we haven't rotated to the front. So I have this one, The Magic Mystery of Trees, Tiny Seed, Easter Mice. Then I brought Mud Puddle up because that's a good one. And then the Berenstain Bears Easter Story. And then up here I have If You Give a Pig a Party, He Bear, She Bear, Messy Room, Early Bird, is that what it's called? The Early Bird, and A Job Well Done. And then I have Curious George, Rain or Shine, Berenstain Bears and the Real Easter Eggs, We Love Our Mom, and Too Much Vacation. So, and then I still have this pile of books here. We literally have books everywhere, but the kids know they can just pull these books if they want. I have this little monitor with an Apple TV and our old school Super Nintendo on, and that needs to be dusted, so I'm going to do that too. But there you go. That's the little book nook. I'm happy with it. So I am embarking on my sourdough starter journey again, and I say again because I started into it, I don't know, it was well before Christmas. Part of the reason why I'm specifically trying to do sourdough is because I have like a gluten intolerance, and it's pretty miserable actually. So I get just all the things. Mainly I get major stomach pain when I eat gluten. Now I had read a lot of things saying that sourdough, because of the way because it has a longer drawn out process, it breaks down it's a longer process of making the bread and stuff, so something about that helps you to break down whatever gluten is in the bread in your stomach, and it tends to be easier on your stomach. It's what I've read, don't quote me on it. I actually have eaten sourdough bread in the past, and I mean, I don't even want to say, because sometimes I feel like I know what I can and cannot eat, and then something surprises me, like something that I could eat suddenly gives me issues. But the times that I've had sourdough in the past, I have noticed that I don't really have the typical stomach issues. That is my main reason for wanting to do, because I know like it's kind of a trendy thing to do now. Or for me, it's really about that, because I love bread. I love pasta. That doesn't really help me with the pasta, but you know, I love all of the things that are pretty much bad for you when you are trying to stay away from gluten. All that being said, I tried it a little bit before Christmas and everything was going great. I had my starter going. I was like at the tail end of it being ready to use to like bake bread. And then I'm gonna take the blame, but I had put the starter jar, at one point I had put it in the oven, because sometimes what you can do, it has to have like a certain temperature, you know, and it was like winter, so it's like always cold in the house. Just with the oven light on, just enough to kind of help activate it. But then we went out somewhere, Mike and I went out somewhere, and asked some kids to preheat the oven for the dinner that we were going to be having. And forgot to mention, and you can just imagine, the whole thing was still in the oven and it was just destroyed. Luckily nothing bad, like bad happened, but basically got destroyed. And then I was like really disheartened after that, because it's quite the journey you go on when you're trying to do your own starter and stuff. And it was like intimidating because I'd never done it. And anyway, I was just like, so I stopped. And it was like around the holidays, so I wasn't quite ready to start the process again. Now we're in March and I finally, like I have all the stuff. I just was like, I need to be in the right headspace to do this whole starter again. But anyway, I have started the starter. I believe today is day 4 or no, I think it's day 5. I have like a, who am I? I have like a chart or like a list going on. Today is day 4. So I'm still in the process of like where you have to discard and feed and stuff. Like before you can use it, I'm not at the point of using it. Hopefully if it continues to go well, by next week at some point, I'll be able to attempt to make something. But look, it's so exciting. See the bubbles and see it rise and all the things. It still has that really funky smell. So I'm going to do all that now. I'm going to take some out and add in more flour and water, and hopefully this one will stick. I don't even know if this is the same site I used the first time, but I basically just typed into Google easy sourdough starter. It's the Clever Carrot is the site. She goes through all the steps from start to finish, and then there's even like a sourdough bread recipe on there for you to try. I'm gonna take out about half of what's in here. I'm gonna discard about half, and then I'm going to add, I believe it's half a cup half a cup of all-purpose flour and then a quarter cup of warm water until you get like a pancakey batter sort of consistency. There you go. The flour and the water are added, mixed it up. I actually had to put in more than a quarter cup of water, which I actually had to do most of the days. It's a little dry, so I always just add like a little bit extra till I get this kind of consistency. And now I will shut it, and I usually just move it around the kitchen and kind of find like warmish spots. She tried to teach us how to float. I sank like a bucket filled with water and came up sputtering, but Caleb lay on his back and learned how to blow streams of water high in the air like a whale. And I could hear a killdeer in the field.
Killdeer?
That's just the name of a bird.
No, I thought it meant like a deer that was killed.
No, that's just what they're called. And then they set up a big table in the shade of the barn, covering it with quilt and kettle of flowers in the middle. Maggie reached over and took Sarah's hand. I miss the hills of Tennessee sometimes, she said. Do not miss the hills, Maggie, I thought. I feel like all day long I am just fixing pillows and blankets. We did our morning time. I had mentioned that like we didn't do it this morning, so we did it during lunch. Yeah, we were at the tail end of a read aloud. It's actually the book Sarah, Plain and Tall. It's not a very long book to begin with. I thought I just wanted to finish it before we went on our break. So we started at the table, but then when the kids were done eating, we moved over to the couch. Hence the fixing of the blankets and the pillows. So we did all that. We finished the book. It was cute. Sweet Home Alaska, that was the book we read before that. And then this one, Sarah, Plain and Tall. We're pretty much done for the day. Everybody's already scattered and they're all kind of doing their own thing. Some kids are practicing instruments. Some kids are just playing. Some kids are reading. I'm gonna have to tell them here in a little bit to do their after school chores, but we're like officially done. So I'm gonna eat, and then I'm debating because Mike's still not going to be home for a couple of hours. I already have dinner planned out, like that's ready to go. We're going to have buttered chicken, but I won't be making that until he's like closer to being home. So I might eat and then head out to Walmart, I think, and grab, I don't even know if I mentioned, oh yeah, I said I was out of turkey bacon and a couple of things. I might go grab that stuff because I have time. I already switched out laundry. That's pretty much it, really. The kids just kind of have to tackle their things and we'll be good. I'm getting ready to go, and here's the dilemma. The dilemma is, do I change? Well, not these. These I just wear them around the house. Most days, if I ain't going out, like if we don't have classes, if I already know ahead of time, I don't have plans, I'm usually in the winter, I'm in hoodies and sweatpants or leggings. I'm so comfy though, and it's cold. And I'm literally just going to Walmart. So normally I would change, but now I'm like already talking myself out of it. I think I'm just gonna stay right? It's not so bad. This is, I think, acceptable nowadays to like go out in like a hoodie and track pants or whatever these are called. I call them track pants, whatever. Sweatpants. I'll put some runners on and we'll call it athleisure. I always talk about how I don't like winter because I'm just not, I've lived in Canada my whole life. I'm just not, I don't know. I think it's the Portuguese in me though. No matter how long I've lived here and no matter how many winters I have lived through, Canadian winters, I just cannot, my body just cannot handle it. This time of year where it's, I wonder if this would be better if I close that. I don't know, a little bit, yeah. This time of year, this like sort of unofficial spring that we have, couldn't be more miserable if it tried. Problem is that it keeps snowing. The temperatures are slightly getting milder, yes, but it's like every 4 days, every 4 or 5 days, we get a dumping of snow, like an actual dumping of snow. And we do get a lot of rain as well, which would be fine and dandy, except for the fact that you combine that with the mounds of snow that are everywhere that are also simultaneously melting. And it's just everywhere you go is an actual disaster. It is muddy, it is messy, there's puddles everywhere, you're just sinking into the dirt. It's just a disaster, an actual disaster everywhere. So that's what we have to deal with during this time of the year. My goal is to try to be home before Mike gets home. I think I have probably about an hour or so. Let's go get our shopping done.
You said that you needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lighting, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run it on me, leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking it. I said that I needed you, like a late night with someone that I knew. I just hope you won't get hurt. I just hope you've been through worse. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lighting, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run it on me, leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking hearts.
Whew, it's windy. If you saw some of the footage, flashbacks to when I was, I don't know, pretty much any time in my early teens. The clothes, the fashion, the accessories, I rocked, if I do say so myself. I don't know, I was more just obsessed. But you know, like, if you're as old as I am, and you'll know how old I am, if you understand the things I'm talking about. There was a time when it was like the neons, neon everything. I had neon shirts, neon shorts. My extra favorite was neon socks. I was just talking to Mike about this the other day. Neon socks, like the pink, the lime green, that like fluorescent highlighter yellow. Fold over socks. I would wear them with my white Keds. Oh, and then all the, you remember the jelly bracelets? The jelly bracelets, and like people would wear them like stacked. You'd have like 20 on one arm. Well, you could get all kinds of those, but neon colors of those. Things for your hair, like and so when I see all of that, not just the neons, but those even the pastel, but everything was just very colorful, like super, super colorful. And it is not just the colors though that I'm seeing, it's even the similar styles, the 90s jean, you know what I mean? Like those little baby doll tops with like the little frilly edge. There's just some details to the clothes that are very, you know, like 90s, I guess. Yeah, I guess it would be 90s, 80s. I guess it'd be 80s too. I don't even know. I just remember wearing it and it's just like, whoa. All right, I'll check it in a little bit. I'm having a little Lindor egg break. 3 of the kids and Mike are playing a game of Monopoly. So I'm gonna go down and start dinner now. Honestly, I really just want to read. Kind of just want to read because I'm like between like 4 different books right now. 2 audiobooks and 2 like regular books going. So I kind of feel like doing that. But I mean, like hopefully I'll have a lot of time to do that this upcoming week. If I have the TV on at all, like for me specifically, it's Friends or Gilmore Girls, and it's kind of just playing in the background. I have been watching the new Daisy Jones and the Six series because it's one of my favorite books, and they now came out with the series. They keep releasing like a couple of episodes at a time, so I have a few episodes sitting there that I haven't watched and I've really been enjoying it. So yeah, I'm basically just going through all the things that I want to be doing, but we're gonna go feed the family. Alright, we're done dinner, and now we're just hanging out. We have some Spotify Coffee House music playing on in the background. Kids are just finishing off their after dinner chores, and we're just chilling. These guys over here are playing, well, Eli's playing Zelda, and everyone else is just kind of watching him play.
That is true.
That is true. We have about half of a Raptors game to watch that we were watching when we were making dinner. That's it. We literally have no other plans. That is our Friday night. Everybody's home and we're just chillaxing. I'm gonna say goodnight. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.